Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Hello, everyone. This is Frederick Odorige. I'm very glad to be before you this evening. Tonight, we are going to talk a little about the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria. And we're also going to talk about the elections of tomorrow. The world is waiting for Nigeria. And we are sure it's going to be well. Please, if you are hearing me, could you just type something? Type a message and say, yes, you can hear me. Hello. Yes, it's clear. Thank you very much. So for those of you who do not know what the coalition is about, let me just briefly talk about the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria. I got a new t-shirt today, as you can see. You know, it was European Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria. So we removed the E and now it's now G. You can see. This is my t-shirt today I just made. Oh yeah? All right. So this is the Global Coalition. Go get your t-shirts because we are near to freedom. We've stayed for too long on this valley. So we're moving on. So, fellow compatriots, in case you do not know much about the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria, this is a movement that we formed coincidentally. It was not a planned thing. I started making my videos sometimes in April 2018, and people started calling me, what do we do? How do we join what you are doing? And I had nothing I was doing. I was just trying to speak my mind to onto national arena. And I started to think that, okay, people are calling and writing, what do we do? And that was how the idea of the European Coalition for Security and Democracy came about. So I cannot say it's just my idea. It's your idea also because you prompted me to do something. So it's not about me, it's about us. But as we started to make more videos and the coalition started to expand, I was so surprised that we went into US, Canada, Asia. People were calling from the Philippines and from Korea and everywhere. So we just decided that no, this can no longer be European coalition, and that was why we changed the name to Global Coalition just about a month ago, so that we can embrace more persons. Already we are in 26 countries now. We're already in 26 countries, and I would like to mention the names of the countries that we are in now. So, in case I am mentioning these names and you are residing in a country where we don't have a coalition or a movement or a chapter, so to speak, please send us an email so that we can start a chapter immediately. We are now in 26 countries, and on the 26th of this month, we are going to publish the chapters in all the states in Nigeria because now we're entering every state in Nigeria. This idea is simple. We want to take our politics, we want to take our country back from professional politicians, those political ancestors that have refused to die. They will not give up easily. So we are taking our country from them peacefully. And that is why I coined the political ideology of revolution without ammunition. I refuse to complain about Nigeria. We must all refuse to complain about Nigeria. We must all be solution providers. All the complaining that we have been complaining, who has helped us? Who has complaining help? Nobody. It has not helped anybody. So it's high time we stood up and take the bull by the horn. And the only way we can do it is when we form a common voice and speak with one voice as a people. So the coalition is to bring people together on a platform to speak with a common voice and to form a strong, united force. We're not interested in your party affiliation. We're not interested in your religion or your region. We're interested in one Nigeria. We don't preach hate. We don't preach division. We cannot use hate to fight hate. We've been hated enough by our politicians. Why do we have to fight ourselves? Why do we have to hate ourselves? We don't need it. And that is why with this coalition, if you are a member of the platform, it means that anything the majority agrees on, that is what we do. For example, today we are supporting Shore because he won our online election based on majority, which means if Shore had not won, we would have supported another candidate. In 2023, that is how I was going to do it also. Whoever wins. So if you are in the coalition and you belong to your political party, once our coalition says this is the person we are going to support, it means that you also have to support. That is the only way we can form a united front. But if you decide to say, no, I will not support this person, you cannot campaign for your candidate on our platform. We just ask you to respectfully suspend your membership. Because if we don't speak with one voice as a people, these politicians will continue to do away with what they are doing. So by the time we get different chapters in every state in Nigeria, if a governor is coming to contest election, for example, we're not interested whether he has spent so much money to manipulate his primary elections. The chapter in that state, for example, Delta State, the global coalition in that state will now do an online election for their state. And whoever emerges is the person we're going to support. That is how we're going to do it in every state. Before you know it, gradually we'll be taking power from the people. We're not interested in their money. Because what they're doing, they are reinvesting what they stole into the system. That makes it worse. So I'm just introducing the chat tonight with the global coalition, and on the 26th of this month, that is in 4 days time, please check our website and you will see the full list of every state, and you will see the coordinators also. So if you don't see your name, what you just need to do is to send your number and your state to the person who is the coordinator in your state. Because what we're doing is for every state, we're going to have 5 coordinators. 3 resident abroad, 2 resident in Nigeria. So 5 of them will be operating each of the chapters through WhatsApp groups. And we are going to do it in such a way that from the 1st of March, because if you look at some of our chapters now, people are pasting different things, religion, everything. But we just felt that we just let people, because of the election fever, people should be posting everything they are posting about. From 1st of March, nobody will be posting anything on WhatsApp. It's going to be coordinated fully by the coordinators. The simple idea is that once people start to chat on the WhatsApp group, it becomes very boring and people might just want to leave, because for every chat that you send, people receive alerts and it could be very distracting. So whenever you want to post anything on the platform, first you have to go through the coordinators. The coordinators will approve and post. But the idea of having coordinators is that once in a while, the coordinators will be bringing out questions and seeking public opinion of the group. So you are only going to respond to what the coordinators are asking for. That is how we can make the platform clean and devoid of excesses. So that is how we operate our platform. So please, on the 26th, check our website. And our website is always our website address is always in our videos, mandelaurights.com. On the 26th, check, you will see the list of all the coordinators in the 26 countries outside Nigeria. and you'll see the list of the states. So if your state is not there, it means that we don't have a coordinator for your state. For example, we don't have coordinators for most of the northern states now, like Borno State, Sokoto State, Zamfara State, So what you just need to do is to send us an email, and of course we can add you. Please don't send your numbers here now on this chat. Just send it separately by email to us. You know our emails are there. ecsdn1960@gmail.com. I'll type it here now also. Or you can also use mandelaurights@gmail.com. So just send us an email and we can include you to your states. So our goal is to make sure that before December 2019, we are going to have at least 100 chapters in 100 countries, excluding Nigeria. The job of a revolution is not something you just go into. You want to talk about revolution and it starts immediately. People with like minds have to come together, and that is what we're doing now. We're bringing people together so that by the time the day we say let us enter the street, everybody will come and enter the street. The day we say no, it is no. As a people, that is how you form a revolution. Nicely, this is my field. Military science is my field. I say with all sense of humility, I am an expert in war and peace management. But I have also studied that there are no just wars and there are no bad peace. There is no bad peace and there is no good war. Therefore, we don't need any form of war in our country. We've suffered enough. Innocent people have died enough. So now it's time for us to use our brain to seize power. By the time people seize power in Nigeria, some people will run without being pursued. The sinner runneth when no one pursueth. You will see Nigeria with people just say, I'm not Nigerian. Some people are just angry. I'm not Nigerian. They're only angry because the system is not working. By the time the system is working, you'll be proud to be a Nigerian. Show me one country as blessed as Nigeria. None. 34 mineral resources spread across 430 locations. It's a pride to be in Nigeria. Unfortunately, the leaders have put us where we are. But the greatest problem has been we, the people. The silence of Nigeria has put us where we are now. No developed country will tolerate or endure or accept all the nonsense we have been enduring in that country for many years. No, cannot continue like that. What I'm doing, I'm not just fighting I'm not fighting for myself. And I'm not fighting that because I want to be in a political position. No. I want to see a Nigerian that I'm proud of. I'm the president of the Nigerian Association here. This is my second tenure. Left with them, I should just continue, but no, we should follow democracy. I'm very proud to be Nigerian. My family, I've not seen any member of my family say one day that we're not Nigerian. Now, let me say it this way. Now, let me go pidgin English briefly. Nigeria be like soup when it be say sour. It don't the sour, it comes small. I not agree say Nigeria don't sour finish, never sour finish. Nigeria don't the sour small. The time where we do school, where we cook for ourselves, for hostel. That time you will not get fridge now. Don't tell now. If your soup don't the sour small, what you go do? And you know, so you not get money. You can't throw the pot of soup. No, you go take spoon, remove that foam when they on top of the soup when the sour small. You can't throw one. You throw the foam. Then you can't add potash. They call them you can't add small maggi, small pepper, small salt to just rejig the soup. You can't boil your thing, not cover them so that the smell will come out. Then you make your whack. And so Nigeria be. You know, if you throw that pot of soup corner, you lose your last dough be that. That is how Nigeria is. Nigeria don't sour, no me say make we throw our country. Why? Now, that's the only country where we get. So what you will do? Now with the talks, so we say on top of the Nigerian soup we don't sell, so we fair remove them. That form will they throw away, so that be the bad leaders where we get the Obasanjos, the Buharis, the Atikus, those ones that have put us where we are, the Tinubus. We can't use spoon, remove the phone, and they be the phone so we make the soup sour. We can't throw away them. Then we can't add the kernel, the potash and the kernel where they add the put so like the new politicians, the show will race. We now put new politicians into the system. Then we'll come boil the soup. The boil where they boil and so now the voices when they come together so the coalition when they come together so they will come begin to enjoy the soup again. Now so not they enjoy Nigeria again. That's why they see Nigeria. Like small soup in sour, and you don't get any money again. You don't get any country again. You don't go throw any pot of soup. You go repair them. So now the repair system now we do so because the world they mock us. So that is the situation about Nigeria, and that is how I see Nigeria, and that is why I believe that it's our duty to make sure that we put our country aright. Now I will start to look at the messages. Many messages are coming in, and I will start to take care of this. I will answer some of these messages. But before then, I want to read to you the countries, the 26 countries where we are now, so that in case there is no, you reside in a country which I'm not going to mention now, please just send us an email so that immediately we can add you, who can add your country, who can register a group there this weekend. We don't have time to waste. Nigeria is in a hurry to develop. We're going to talk about the presidential election of tomorrow, but for now, let me just tell you the countries where we have presence. We have the US. First, I want to use this opportunity to thank the coalition in the US because it's a very vibrant group. And before the postponed election of 16th February, they raised money amongst themselves and paid for radio jingles. So kudos, US group, not too much. And I know that all Nigerians you meet abroad, they want to see a new Nigeria. Everybody wants to go back home. I've been in Europe for 21 years. We have to go back home, but to where? Not to darkness, not to insecurity. And that is why you see that many Nigerians living abroad were more pained than Nigerians living in Nigeria. Why? Because Nigerians living in Nigeria, they have conditioned themselves to the hardship, which is an error. That is not supposed to be. We cannot be loyal to our oppressors. And that is why we are coming together now to do what we're doing. And I must tell you once again that I know, because I know that God is involved in this project that I am doing now. It is a divine revelation what I'm doing now. And I'm telling you that this is about me. A time is coming that more people will rise up from this coalition. And I will just sit back. It's not just about me. Everybody has a role to play. With time, you'll be hearing other people speaking also, just what I'm talking now. With time, I want people to come on board. Now, if we have all this coalition ready in many chapters, I will now leave all the coalition because now I am a member of all the groups. So when they bring all their last, when they are typing, they are gisting amongst themselves, I get all in my phone. And it's too much for me at this point because sometimes I look at my phone, 500 messages. So if I continue like that, no. So after we have all this coalition, the plan is that I will not leave all the coalition. The coordinators will be running the coalition. I will now form another group, another close group with all the coordinators. That will not be the NG room of the movement. So any information we're bringing from that group is what will now be given out to the open group. That is how we are going to operate. And the Global Coalition has been operating under the Nelson Mandela Human Rights Association in Hungary, where I'm the president. But It is my calculation that before the end of 2020, we should be able to register this movement as a separate movement entirely. We should be able to have a board of trustee and board of directors from among all the members. That is why I'm telling you it's not about me. If we don't repair Nigeria now, our children will ask us questions. Daddy, where were you when Obasanjo was doing this and that? When Buhari was doing this and that? Nigeria belongs to each and every one of us. We did not escort anybody to Nigeria. That is what we must know. Now, I want to mention the names of the countries because I just digressed a little because I was talking about the US group. Now, we have a chapter in the US, we have in Sweden, Ireland, India, United Kingdom, Scotland, France, Germany, Belgium, Israel, Qatar, China, Russia, United Arab Emirates, Italy, South Africa, Australia, Austria, Ghana, Turkey, Hungary, Luxembourg, Saudi Arabia, Malta, Slovakia, and Czech Republic. We are 26. We're in 26 countries now. When a movement is moving like this, within a short time, we're less than 1 year old, maybe 8 months. If you see a movement developing like it is because God is involved. It's not my hard work. I'm telling you, it's not my hard work. And I'm telling you that I know that before the end of this year, we shall be 100. Then let one person just come from Nigeria and tell us that he wants to contest the election and is anybody that is older than Nigeria, we don't need that person. Anybody that is older than Nigerian independence, we don't need that kind of person. As long as you are retired, you've passed retirement age, you should go and rest. So that is the countries where we have presence now. So please, if you know you are living in one of these countries, you are not a member of the group, please feel free, send us an email, we can add you. And if you are living in a country which I did not mention, it means we don't have presence where you are living, please let us know and we can open a group in that country. It's non-profit, it's easy to operate, and I know that we are going somewhere. The only time you are permitted to give up is the day you die. You are not permitted to give up. Now, let me begin to read some of these messages now so that if there are questions that I have to answer. Yes, somebody is saying, please, guys, let's call home tonight. Everybody you know that you can reach tonight, please. We have just this night. Call, buy your card, and begin to call. All right. This is the last time. Now, if you look at why they postponed the primary, the first election, not the primaries, the one of 16th February, you will just start to see how PDP and APC they've started rigging, thumbprinting. Those people, they are the SKD to steal, to kill, and to destroy. That is their mission. APC and PDP Nigeria. Their mission is to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Which normal person, if you know that you have trust in your people, which normal person will start to import people from Niger to campaign for you? It's because you know that the people have lost trust in you. Which normal person will kill another Nigerian just to represent Nigerians? You are not genuine. I can't be killing people that you want to serve. It is because of the loot. That's why they are killing. And we have to stop them. Their days are numbered. We cannot give up. So tonight, please, if you are living abroad, it is not too late. Call 7 people. We have been doing this for some time now. I know that many people have called more than 50 people. Don't just remind them. By the time you call 7 people, tell the 7 people, even if you can't call tonight, call tomorrow early morning. By the time you call 7 people, you have done your job. Tell the 7 people to convince another 2 people each. That is 14 now. 14 plus 7 is 21. It means that you have voted 21 times without having a PVC card, without being in Nigeria. That is the magic. Which means if we have 5 million Nigerians calling to vote, calling 77 people, 5 million times 21 people is already more than 100 million. And the registered voters were 80 something million people, but just 72 million, or thereabout, 72.7 million collected their PVCs. Those ones are going to vote. So by the time we start to call like this, it means that we have called excess the number of registered voters. And that brings me to another topic, because people have become so disenchanted with the political system. People are not interested in even voting or making registration. And that is why you see that 11.2 million Nigerians did not collect their voters card. And that is an error. It's an error. That is a defeatist mentality. 11.8 million people is the population of 18 small countries in Africa. Countries like Namibia, Botswana, Mauritius, Cape Verde, and others, put them together, they are less than 11 million people. Then 11 million people will now refuse to collect their voters card. But we cannot discuss that tonight because it's over for them in terms of voting tomorrow. So we must not give up on our country, and we must try our very best to make sure that we call tonight. Call tonight. Tonight is for calling. Call tonight. Tell them about Showore, that Showore is the man. Have you heard that AAC are hijacking ballot paper, or they are tampering somewhere? No. They left those habits for the dogs, for the jackals. You call them cabals, but I call them jackals. They are the ones doing all those things. PDP and APC are the problems we have in Nigeria. You cannot be campaigning for APC without campaigning for PDP, vice versa. Because 10 former national chairmen of PDP, they are now in APC. So who are you campaigning for? That is why you can see that in their primaries, they bought and they sold. You did not hear anything like that about AAC. So, fellow Nigerians, let me read more messages coming from here. Somebody is asking if I'm on Instagram. No, I'm not. Another person is saying, imagine Apostle Suleiman said that it is better to vote for a thief than to vote for someone who will cut your neck. Actually, I don't like to talk about the man of God. But he said what he said because he wanted to say what he said. But the fact is that I know, if you read Isaiah chapter 10, verse 10, it's there. I know that a thief is a thief, a murderer is a murderer. They are all the same. And just like I said, now the purpose of Satan, they are all Satan. They are all Satans in their own ways, to steal, to kill, and to destroy. The arm robber will not rob you with honorary hand now. So I don't want to talk about men of God. I respect them, but I also know that whatever a man of God, a woman of God is doing, it is written. It is written. So let's go back to one of the questions here. Somebody said, I received an alert when you came on. Does it mean that I have registered or part of the movement? No. You have subscribed to our movement. Sorry, you have subscribed to this channel. You received an alert because you clicked before. You click the subscription button, and that is why you are receiving the alert. But if you want to be a part of the movement, just send us an email. Send us an email or go to any of our old videos and just put a message there, your name, your state of origin, and your phone number. Now, I don't like the idea of state of origin because it seems like discriminatory, but the idea is that why we are particularly using it here is that We want people to be part of the politics of their states. Fine, you might be living in Lagos and you're from Imo State, but it is not right that you are not contributing to the politics of your home, the politics of where you were born. It's very important. I'm from Delta State, for example, paternally and maternally. I cannot be in Lagos and I'm doing for me as an individual. I would prefer to do politics in Delta State than to be in Lagos and be doing politics of Lagos State. So that is why we're talking about states. So it's not about discrimination. I don't like state of origin or place of origin, no. But for this particular project, you can also be a member with time of the platform in your state, and you can also be in your place of residence, but we don't encourage people to be into platforms. So let me see some of the questions. Okay. Okay, somebody said that he already has more than 59 persons that are ready to vote for Shore. That's a good one. That's a good one. It's about our efforts. These are the little efforts. There are some efforts you make. You just think that they are little efforts, but by the time ABC this effort, people call, it can work miracle. But when somebody refuses to do something, expecting that somebody else will do it, nobody will do it. That is the logic. And before you know, it's over. So please, tonight and tomorrow morning, let's begin to call. The APCs and the PDP, they trust in their chariots and their horses. But we come in the name of the Lord. And we just our call. Something I am very optimistic about Nigeria. I don't know why, but I know that deep in my heart, and that is what I think is driving this passion. I know that there's a time that a time is coming, and the time is now. Many of us will be going back home. And hallelujah, time is coming for Nigeria. That I know confidently. Some of these countries that we're living in now, they have fought wars, they have fought corruption and all that. And now we're enjoying what they have in their country. And that is why they even discriminate against us, because they know that we are coming from places where we are so blessed. Look at this, the video that went viral about that our sister in Canada that was begging. What was the man saying? The man was saying, "Why are people not staying in your Africa?" That man forgot. He was saying the truth, but he also forgot that people from his country are living in Nigeria. But the truth is that if our country is moving well, who will be coming to this part of the world? In those days, Nigerians will just come, school abroad, and go back home. Before you go back home, your job is waiting for you and your car is waiting for you. We shall get there. We shall get there. So let me try to look at the messages again. Please, sir, why is it that advertising only APC and PDP are other political parties, not Nigerian citizens? Okay, why is AIT advertising only APC and PDP? I think the media did not, they were not too objective this time around. And PDP and APC, they have so much money to spend. And the money that they are spending is the money that is stole from us, the people. This is the first time in the history of Nigeria, since I reached the age that I am now, that I'm seeing a presidential candidate that Nigerians are donating money for, like the way they donated for Shore. The first time. I'm not talking about godfathers. Godfathers, they give you money and later they expect to pay back or to give them contracts. But this is the first time. Since we have reached this stage, it means that we are very close to freedom. For the first time, I saw Nigerians using pure water to stone Buhari, the president. I don't encourage violence in any way. But there are some actions people just do to just express their anger. And that is what they did that day. That was the first time. It means that we are near to freedom. As far as our people have become courageous to stand before their oppressors and to tell them, take this pure water, it means that they told us to stone them. APC told us to stone them if they don't perform within 2 days. They are even overdue for stoning. overdue for stoning. But let's leave that. Let's check some other comments. We are confident in God that AAC will shock the world and win tomorrow by the grace of God. Amen. But we have prayed enough in Nigeria, and faith without work is dead. So that is why tonight we must begin to call. That calling is the works. Rwanda has transformed. Rwanda has transformed into something else just because they have competent leaders. Yes, we're talking about leaders. We're talking about leaders. The problem with our country is just about leaders. So, and somebody is saying we need your email. So let me type it now. Please, if we are very interested in opening new chapters. So if you are living in a country that I did not mention now, please, I am typing our email address now. I'm typing two email addresses, European ECSDN at 1960. I'm typing our email address to somebody who needs it now. Okay. I'm looking for the at. I'm using this computer for the first time, so. Okay. At gmail.com. Just a minute. So, and somebody else is saying, I have called my family at home. God bless you. God bless you. The world, apart from Nigeria, apart from Nigerians, the world, the entire world, they are tired of APC and PDP. That we know. Okay. So another person here is saying, with God, all things are possible. Yes, we know. Do you have an agent in Gombe? The answer is no. That one is coming from Samuel Ishaku. We don't have anybody, we don't have a group now in Gombe. So please send us an email. Let me repeat the email address again. ECSDN1960 at gmail.com. ECSDN1960 at gmail.com. And of course, you can see it in all our videos. Under all our videos, we have our email address and the website there. Great. Another smart guy just typed it there also. ECSDN1960 at gmail.com. Okay. Let's take another question here. Sir, are you not partaking in the vote by traveling to Nigeria? No, I am here in Europe, and I believe that my message has gone so far in Nigeria. I know that people have listened to what we are saying, and without my physical presence in Nigeria, I know that many things. I'm just one person. I'm just one person, and there are many more persons on ground in Nigeria for sure. And I know that we just do our own part of it. They will leave the rest for God. Um, I've called all my friends and family to vote AAC. Victory is sure tomorrow. Amen. So if you are from Sokoto State, Gombe State, Zamfara State, actually in short, on the 26th, check our website www.mandelaurites.com. Actually, it's also on our any of our videos, and just send us an email, please, and we reply to you. And we don't waste time with our emails. Within 48 hours we respond. Somebody's asking, are you in Spain? No, we are not in Spain now. So please, another person is asking, are you Adamawa? Yes, we have some people in Adamawa now. We have some people in Taraba, but that doesn't mean that you should not join, because what we are going to do is that on the 26th, when we release the list of all the states that we are in, you will also see the list of coordinators. We don't even have enough coordinators. We still need more coordinators. So if you look at your state and your name is not there, you just call the phone number of the person coordinating the state and they will add you. It's simple. It's WhatsApp group. All right. Okay. Um, Nothing like coming together. I believe in AAC has already won. I really wish that something would just happen and APC and PDP are not even out of the race. Just disqualify them. Just disqualify them, because all the things that they have been doing, this ballot rigging, I'll be getting some messages from Nigeria that they're already completing somewhere today. Today. These are the kind of parties, just call two of them, just remove them. But the system will not permit that anyway. Good Nigerians, please let us create a new Nigeria with Showore AAC. Thank you. Okay. And I also want to say this. I am not a member of AAC. Many of us supporting Showore now are not members of AAC. We are doing this because he won our online election. And this movement is not about just this election. We have many projects to do. I advise you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, because that is where most information are coming from, so that you'll be getting updates. On the 1st of March, we stop everything Nigerian politics for now. We're now going to do some things, some new projects. We have a lot of things to do with this movement. Watch out for a video that I will release on the 1st of March. That is a week from now. UK chapter, United Kingdom chapter, get ready. That video is going to challenge Nigerians living in London. I don't want to say much about that now, but something new and good is about to happen. And it's going to happen in the United Kingdom. Wait for that video 1st of March. So that is why I'm telling you that it's not just about this election. After this election, we have many things to do in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. That our sister that they took her kidney in Italy, it will not end like that. We are going to step into that case big time, because I don't understand whether we have Nigerian Association in Italy or whether we have Nigerian Embassy in Italy. That is unacceptable. We are coming. You will hear a video on that one on the 10th of March. Because let me just use this opportunity to appeal to fellow Nigerians in Italy about that sister that they took her kidney. Please, if something like that happens in a country that I'm living in, it won't even happen. Why Nigerians they mobilize, protest to that hospital, write a simple letter to the head of police in that country, complaining about this, protest to the hospital peacefully. Then let us hear the report of the police, because it's not just enough that we go to our hospital bed and we're making a Facebook post. Edo Union is a very vibrant union in Italy. Please come together, protest to that hospital. Don't wait for Nigerian embassy. Don't wait for them. They have their limitations, and some of these embassies are very weak. That embassy topic is a different video of its own. Let's leave that matter now. Please, let's help ourselves. Let's not wait for Nigerian government, because we don't even have a government in Nigeria. And it is because of the way they are killing Nigerians in Nigeria and nobody's asking questions. That is why people are killing our people outside Nigeria, because they don't feel that our government will not care. And we cannot accept that. See all the killing of Nigerians in South Africa. Did you hear anything coming up out of the mouth of our government, like practical action? All they just do is diplomacy. Diplomacy works, but there's always a last resort. Can you do that to an Italian in Nigeria? Take somebody's kidney and bone marrow? Come on, please. Edo Union in Italy. Gather yourself, protest to that hospital. Who stole that kidney? We are coming, Global Coalition for Security and Democracy. We are coming on the 10th. You will hear that video, and from that video, you will let us see what will happen. It is unacceptable. One Nigerian Association, there, please, I'm appealing to you. I'm not commanding you. Please, let's take that sister's case out of Facebook. Let's take action. That is just a little digression, please. So we have different projects we want to do, and you'll be seeing them one by one. We are going to reach a stage that if you try any Nigerian, leave it outside Nigeria, you will know that we have a coalition that can speak. So please, let's come together and begin to speak. But I warn you, sincerely, if you are the type that cannot respect majority, please don't join us. With due respect, don't join us, because, like I said, if there is a decision on me, I'm the GC, does not mean that anything I say, no, it's not about, I don't like, it's not a one-man show. So if we are saying we're going to support a candidate or we're going to take an action, we must, once the majority agrees, then we move. You will hang your political party, hang your religion, hang your everything. They will move with the majority. That is the only way we can speak with one voice. That is the only way we can form a common front. Please. I am sending messages to my friends in Nigeria now to vote AC Omoyele Sowore. Great. That is it. Arrangement has been made for my people in Benin and Port Harcourt for tomorrow's election. I have made previous arrangements for them also. We'll take it back by God's grace. Amen. With due respect, Nigeria does not have a government. We know. Well, I don't need to be told. We know now. We don't have a government. What we have is representatives. Representatives. Thieves. That's what but their time will expire. Because you can see that what our people are doing at home, those representatives, they just gather money as much as they can. They gather as much as they can, and they can as much as they get. They can all they get. They get all they can and all they get. As if they will die and carry the money abroad. What manner of leader are you that you are moving with siren? You come out of your company, everybody around you is poor. Somebody said our people in Gombe are not aware of AAC party, but we are creating awareness and enlightening them to vote AAC. Thank you. This guy from Gombe, you have written several times. Please send us an email so that we can start a group in Gombe State. Okay. With due respect, Nigeria does not have a government. That we know. Please join Sowore to trigger a revolution. Yeah, we need a revolution, but a revolution without ammunition. Okay. Nigeria, vote for freedom. The caliphate is already in charge of Nigeria. Well, I don't want to comment on that, because I know that God is in control. But one thing I can promise you, Nigerians, is this, like my fellow Nigerians, I have donated my flesh to this struggle, and there is no going back. There is nothing that will weaken me in this struggle. Nothing. I have dedicated my flesh to this struggle. So don't. Some people have been expecting that, oh, this man we have started talking. Don't worry, we soon stop talking. You will never see when I will stop talking. That I know, because this one that we have started, there's no going back. There's no going back. I refuse to hiss. I refuse to complain. What is the solution? We must all be solution providers. How can you say you are not Nigerian, you are using Nigerian passport? You buy flight ticket, you land in Lagos. We cannot deceive ourselves. We're Nigerians. Green, white, green. We must be respected. And that is what we are doing now. We are too blessed to be where we are now as a people. It's too sad. It's enough of our silence. Another person is saying this election postponement work better for our party by reaching out more people. Yes, okay, kind of. Every disappointment is a blessing. Frederick, God will reward your struggle in Jesus' name. Amen. Actually, I think one of the things that have been really keeping me on is that sometimes when I look at my videos and I look at the comments underneath and I see the prayers. Oh, thank you for your prayers. I believe in prayers so much. Prayers are the keys that open, that turns the promises of God into reality. Thank you for your prayers. They keep me strong. That is the only thing I need. I don't need anybody's money. I need your prayer. Just prayer. That's all I need. The strength is there. The energy is there. Thank you very much for your prayers. They keep me going. Thank you. Okay. Are you now in Nigeria for the election or in? I am in Hungary. I live in Hungary, and I am in Hungary now. And we are also going to another project we are going to do is that to 2023, nobody will stop us from voting. Nigerians in diaspora, they will not stop us. Nothing will stop them. Nothing will make them to stop us. We have to vote 2023. 28 African countries, they vote abroad. Come on. We cannot continue to be the sleeping giant under the African sun. Please remember what I told you. Watch out for the video of 1st of March. We have raised a committee of 7 persons from the UK that are going to organize something. Just watch out for that video. I don't want to say much about it now. Watch out for the video of 1st of March. And please, we should also try to be sharing these videos. We know that at home, many people they say they don't have money to buy data. It's pathetic. So most of them cannot even watch our videos, but somehow I try to make sure that my videos are getting shorter. We must always try to share these videos because information is the key for any revolution. In 1929, when the Aba women riot took place in Aba, then there was no mobile phone. Then there was no video conferencing or calls that we are doing now. How did the news or the information of the revolution, how did they plan it? I will tell you how the women planned it in 1929. They took palm front. They took palm front. A woman would give the palm front to another woman in another compound. The woman in that compound, once they receive that palm front, they know that it symbolizes that there's danger. She will not take the palm leaf from palm front, not take the palm leaf and give to another neighbor. So they were passing palm leaves from compound to compound to show that there's emergency that we have to meet. And as they are giving each other these palm leaves, they were telling them where they have to meet, where they have to meet. That was how the information went out for the Aba Women's Riot of 1929. And the women gathered and faced their oppressors, women. So that is why I'm saying that these videos that we're doing is all about information. It's all about trying to reconscientize our people. So please always share these videos as much as you can. Thank you. Okay. I believe if only 4 or 5 million people call home tonight, we have won. Yes, that is the key. Even 3 million, we have more 3 million. Because those 3 million, once you can call 7 people, tell the 7 people to call two people each, we have won. Buhari won his election with 15 million votes in 2015. Anyway, Buhari does not even know that he entered office in 2015. He said he entered office 2005. He's not thinking straight again. People are helping him to continue. Yes. Frederick, we thank God that you have discovered your calling for humanity. Yes, but I discovered it very late. Because actually, for those of you that think I'm young, I'm not young. I'm 52 years now, 5'2". I was born in the year of the Nigerian Civil War. So I was born into war. January 1967. I will tell you something tonight. When I was 3 years old, into that war, I remember very well in my village, in my grandmother's compound, I grew up with the picture of what I saw as a 3-year-old child. Soldiers were marching past at my grandmother, front of my grandmother's house. That picture grew up with me. Yes. So I was born into war in Nigeria, and I will not die leaving Nigeria in war. And I don't want to see war in my life. I don't want to see war. Peacekeeping, yes, not war. So that is the picture that I got growing up of soldiers marching in front of my grandmother's house. And as a child, that picture grew with me. So we cannot leave Nigeria the sorry state Nigeria is now. We cannot leave it like that for future generation. No, because the problem was caused by man. That same problem can be solved by man. I'm reading the messages now. AAC for life. Okay. Sir, you look so younger than your age. Whoa. Yes, so. Yes. I look younger than my age. I won't talk like a youth. I play like a youth. I play with children too. It's style of life. It's style of life. And I thank God for his grace. I'm 52. Yes. 26th. I'm telling you my real age. 26th January 1967. Born into war. Now I have a doctoral background in war and peace management. You can imagine. Then I will now leave Nigeria in that kind of state as a person in war for our children to come and live the kind of Nigeria that we are living. No, it's not possible. Children abroad, they pay them just for being children. They receive salaries just for being children. And what they pay children abroad monthly is more than that 10,000 rands. Because enough of monkey they walk, bamboo they chop. Enough of it. If senators are receiving 30 million naira and you are fighting for 30,000 naira, it's an insult. What stops Nigerian Labour Congress from occupying the Senate? That no, we will not work. Okada will not ride. Nothing will happen until this salary stops. That is how movements should be acting. Which country will accept that in this world? When I tell my friends that our senators receive 30 million naira, which is equivalent of 75,000 euro every month, they were shouting. 75,000 euro for doing nothing, for sleeping, for reading newspapers. And we keep quiet in Nigeria. And that is why you see poverty everywhere. They said we are 86 million people living in extreme poverty. Now we are 91 million people. Now, within how many weeks? If Buhari, God forbid, wins this election, hey, in short, God forbid, let me not comment more than that, because by then I was just sorry for Nigerians living in Nigeria. This is the time for you to change it. Nigeria, this is the time, because what you will see, what you will see, the state of that man shall be worse than the first. It is written. So please let's not make that error of voting for AAC. Youths, I beg you. Youths, I beg you, use your brain. Because if Buhari wins this election, Nigeria is fini. God forbid. We shall overcome them. Let's leave it there. Or is it Atiku? Please, let's not just go there. Let me read the messages. Not only that I realize that the work of leader is to motivate, inspire, and delegate, I see Shore doing so to get Nigeria to the next level. And I am called Mama Shore. I'm happy to hear that name. Hallelujah. Correct. Correct. Bros, you are 2 years older than me. We are children of civil war. Sadly, somebody was born also around that period. Great. Okay. Men, we can talk our age even on public, on social media, but women, you always keep your age. Always start keeping it in your handbag. One day you will bring it out. And that is why they said it's not polite to even ask a lady, how old are you? Okay. All right. Okay. Somebody asked a question here which I don't want to answer. I just laugh. I am laughing in Yoruba language. Okay. The Lord has equipped you for this calling and He will never leave you alone. Amen. I can see where we have something in common. We have the same star. Oh, correct. I greet you. I greet you. Actually, this chat was supposed to end for just 1 hour, but now I have decided to add 30 minutes to it. So we're going to end by 10:30 instead of 10 o'clock. So we've talked about the global coalition now. We've talked about the history, how it started. I've talked about the fact that we have 26 chapters in 26 countries now. And I've also said that by the end of this year, we should hit 100 countries. And it is you that will do it. If you have a friend living in a country outside you can also call him and he can form the chapter in his country. So that is how we can expand. We must begin to see this coalition beyond Frederick. See this coalition beyond Frederick. That was why I told you that we're going to register it as a separate entity. We're going to have board of trustees. We're going to have board of directors. So, and it's going to be spread around the world. People will be picked from everywhere. Now, you may wonder, how did I pick the coordinators? Some of the coordinators, I've been watching their comments. And as I watch their comments, I've been calculating their temperament. There are some people that they just want action and they want, no, 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 no. The leader must be calm. Just be calm and we don't take actions. And I read many of these comments. Sometimes I just jump into some of the comments and I reply. But from some people in the platforms, I pick them out and I just make them coordinators. If they are going to see their names, they will not even expect that their names will be there. So please, let's do it. Let's do it. So I am very optimistic that Nigeria is taking us somewhere. Huh. Okay. Somebody wrote something here. Okay. Okay. I will not reply to that. It's just interesting. Thank you. Thank you. It's a compliment, but okay. Okay. Thank you. Youths, Nigerian youths. If you remember very well, before this election, I campaigned severally. I made several videos that aspirant candidates should come together. But tonight, let me say it is a big shame that many of those ones that came out that they want to contest election, they did not campaign even till this night. They did not campaign. More than 65 candidates did not campaign. Is that not witchcraft on its own? Now be the queers when they were in Nigeria now, the very queers. Now that be so now. You will not, that is, if it is not me, it should not be another person. That is witchcraft now. You refuse to step down for somebody, you refuse to cooperate with somebody, and you just want it to be in your CV that, oh, former presidential candidate. Look at your life. Look at your life. It's a shame. You did not step down. You did not support another person. If not be me, make it not be another person. That is witchcraft. And you want to rule Nigeria. So these are some of the we had. I know different presidential candidates that I called one on one. But we shall overcome. We shall overcome. What is the point? What is the point? Uh, we shall overcome. We shall overcome. Let me just leave it there. Let me just leave it there. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, everybody knows about the global coalition now. We know about the fact that we have goals. We have serious goals. We have actions. We have actions. We have a huge protest march on the 9th of March. It's going to be an international protest march. Oh. This is revolution without termination. They must respect Nigerians. So anything that we have lost over the years, consumed by the cankerworm or the locust, everything will come back. Don't worry. Just cool down. We will see the Nigeria of our dream in our time. Some people will say, bros, forget it. Nigeria don't die. Forget Nigeria never die. Now some people go sleep, they not go wake up. Some people when put us where would they so? Now they go sleep, they not go wake up. Cannot give up on what can you okay? If you are tired of your country, are you also tired of your family compound located inside your country? How can you be tired of Nigeria when you're not tired of your family compound? You cannot give up. You must overcome. Okay. My brother, the Lord is your strength. Amen. 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 Okay. So please, let's start building chapters. Let's start building chapters. 2023, anybody that wants to be a governor in any state in Nigeria, that person will be determined by this chapter. The chapter by this movement, the chapter in that state we do online election. Every state will do your online election, just the way like the way we did and we picked Showore. You cannot come there to bribe anybody. Any coordinator that takes bribe from any aspirant, you just disgrace yourself. You know that you are dealing with the wrong person. So the majority will vote in every state and say this is the person we are voting for. Well, whether he has won his primaries or not, or those that are rural primaries, we are going to end it. They will now start to pick leaders, young leaders, put them in position of authorities. Then when they win our online election, we'll now invite them, tell them what we want them to do for the state, practical things that people can see. In modern life, people will campaign about road and water and things like this. These are our basic rights. Don't promise me good road, it's my right. Don't promise me water, it's my right. Don't promise me electricity, it is my right. We're supposed to have passed that stage by now in Nigeria. Even Buhari's village, no road. It was Buhari said that even it is these politicians are very funny. It was Buhari that built a road leading to Jonathan Goodluck's village, but he did not even build a road in his own village because he wanted to play politics. All of now go waka. Thank God I like that Charlie Boy's music. Buhari waka. That was the music I was just dancing alone in my house 2 days ago. I just played it and I started dancing. Buhari waka, waka far, waka lost self. Okay. I'm going to join your movement. Please, everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. Only one condition. Only one condition. Please respect the majority. Even Frederick respects the majority. Once you join, and the group says, let us do it, fine. When the US group were raising, planning to pay for jingles, they called me to seek my opinion. I said, no, you guys, please, whatever you agree as a majority, I'm with you. That is how it should work. And that's why I'm saying it's not about me. Let us all begin. Most of you right here now, you can be coordinators in your respective states. If you're not a coordinator in a chapter abroad, you can also be a coordinator in your respective state email. You can always reach me. For those of you that get to me on my messenger, Frederick Odorige, Facebook Messenger, you know I always reply. There's something I did not do well or say well. Feel free to correct me. I'm your brother. I'm not a know-all. I'm always ready to learn. I want you to know that I'm telling you all publicly. It's not about me. We learn from each other. What you know, maybe I don't know. What I know, maybe you don't know. By the time we start to cross-fertilize ideas, we become better persons. That is how I feel. And that's I think we should how it should be. Okay, Fred, please, we want to wear the type of t-shirt you are wearing that has the group logo. Thank you. Great. Okay, now. So I just printed this one today because we changed the name and it was European Coalition. Now it's Global Coalition. So what we do is that, let me show you again. Let me rise up a little. You know, no, we're saying no. We're saying no to many things. NO, that's our hashtag no. European Coalition. You can see European Coalition and all that, right? We're saying no to recycled leaders. We're saying no to lack of electricity. We're saying no to many things that have put us down as a people. We're saying no to disenfranchisement. And that is why this coalition is about security and democracy in Nigeria. Democracy is very wide, very wide. Security is very wide also. Security is not just about the absence of war, it also includes the presence of food. There's food security. So we have a lot of things to do together. And with time, you will begin to see that Nigerian government will not. There are some things that they will do. They will wait for us first. They want to know our opinion because we are going to talk to people and mention their names. I've reached a stage in my life that I should be able to mention people's name and tell them that this is what you did, especially because by the time you come after me and you don't see yourself again, you can just fade with the air. Can happen. Oh. So if you know what you are doing against Nigeria is not good, you don't also mention your name, please respect our country. Do the right thing. We are not asking for too much from our leaders. We are just saying our races, please share it in such a way that it will go around everybody. There's room for everybody. Are we asking for too much? Everybody must not be able to afford Jeep in Nigeria, but we have enough to feed everybody. No Nigeria should be poor. How can we now have 91 million people living in extreme poverty? That is the population of like 20 countries in Africa, more than 25 countries in Africa. No, the world is mocking us. We cannot continue like that. We're not asking for too much. In developed countries, we see distribution of wealth. That is why somebody doesn't have a job and the government is paying you. That is why in some countries you have free medical care, you have free education, you have paid children. That is distribution of wealth. And that is what we want in our country, Nigeria. And it will come to pass. It will come to pass. Okay. May Jehovah give you long life and a healthy life. Amen. 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 Okay. Okay, we have 7 minutes to go. We have 7 minutes to go now. Let me just check my notebook in case there is something which I wanted to say, which I have not said. I'm trying to see now. Okay. Um, okay. Everything I've said, everything. Yes, I've not made this point. I have to say this now. Yes, some time ago, I released a video about Joy Tana, the Nigerian lady whose right hand was cut off by gunmen when she was 4 months pregnant. And I started the project where we're raising funds to take her from the IDP, that is the camp for internally displaced persons, excuse me. So we're able to raise some money now, and she'll be relocated by the first week of March. We had issues of money coming in. That first time I released the video, people were bringing in money, but after some time, it just stopped within 2 weeks, And I did not really want to come out on the video all the time to ask people for money. But I know that by the time she moves into the apartment and people are seeing the video, how she's living, I'm sure that people will start to key in. So by early next month, she'll move into an apartment, and we're going to furnish the place for her, put new chairs. Apartment in Nigeria is empty. So we have to paint the place, make it nice, make it really nice, put chairs, make it really nice. We have to buy everything from the kitchen, bathroom, as far as to bucket, towel, everything. Because now, fortunately, she was able to survive the attack. They cut off her right hand when she was pregnant. Fortunately, she had the child, and now the child is like 8 months now, and that is a child we cannot abandon. We cannot help everybody, but at least we should be able to help one. And that is why I'm very interested in that woman. Immediately I read her story on Vanguard. Journalist made him to locate the woman, and some of you watched the video. You can go back there again in case you did not watch it. Just type Joytana video. I'm sure it will come up, and let us try. Please, let's use that woman as a project, because that child who is 8 months, we are going to take care of him till he finishes university. God will provide. We are going to rent this apartment for her for 5 years. We are going to pay for that apartment for 5 years. We are going to open a shop for her for 5 years. When she moves into this house, early March, we're going to take her to one supermarket to learn how to trade. Now she has one hand. We're going to teach her she has to learn how to trade. They will now open this mini supermarket for her. Then she starts to make money for herself. We cannot leave that woman. Because after I read her story on Vanguard, I was carrying her in my heart. To imagine that a woman was pregnant and they cut off her hand, the hand jumped, she was bleeding to death, but God saved her. And God had kept that child for a reason. These are the kind of children that God will use for special for countries like Nigeria. So please, we have a GoFundMe account. We also have a bank account for. There's a manager taking care of the funds and buying things. I'm communicating with them effectively, and we have all the list of people that are paid, which will be published also. Everything will be transparent. There's no issue about mismanagement. The only thing we can do once in a while is that the person managing her, we can be giving the person something, because we cannot pass using money to pass through somebody and it's not getting something. So we can be doing that with time. So please, let us not forget Joy Turner. The project is still on. Key in. If you're the type that says, no, okay, I want to send her a mobile phone, fine. I don't want to send money, I want to send the baby clothes, fine. Oh, I want to do something for her, fine. Just as you are led. Oh, I want to be paying the school fees for the child for 5 years, fine. I want that in my lifetime, I want to see that child become something, become somebody. Now we are also making some contacts, how we can buy her prosthesis, artificial hand that is working, so that she can be using the hand somehow. We're working on that. I've written to some companies in Austria and Germany, and let me see what will happen. But now that you are listening to me, if you have any contacts that can donate prosthesis to her, that would be excellent. It will really help her. We just post it to her. And let's touch lives. Life is too short. Life is too short. So I want to thank you all for tonight. And I hope that we'll be doing this chat maybe once in 3 months so that people will be getting updates. And I know that together we shall have a beautiful country. But there is another vision. The vision is that this our movement will become the most powerful movement in the black race, this global coalition, because we will now spread into other African countries that are undergoing the same problems like Nigeria, countries like Cameroon, countries like Kenya, countries like the Central African Republic, countries like Congo. There are many African countries that are experiencing the same thing like Nigeria. Why is it that in Africa, life is so cheap that they cut somebody's neck like nothing happened and you cannot trace who killed them? No. Why is it that Africa is so blessed yet we are so poor? And they discriminate against all over the world, not just because of our skin color, but because of where we are coming from and because of the fact that we have endured bad leaders. They think we are stupid. It is time to rise up, my people, and to tell them that we are not stupid. Not just about this election. We must take back our country. We must take back our country without killing anybody, without burning tires on the street, without burning houses. They have killed us enough. Why should we kill ourselves? Thank you for joining me today. And I hope that we shall talk soon. Join the movement. I hear freedom song. Stay well. Stay blessed. Stay strong. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We must shine. Thank you. I'm trying to end the stream, but some of you don't want it to end, but I must end it. Some of you have pressed your own button there so that it will not stop. You lie. It must stop. Thank you for joining me tonight.